dear students. In the previous video, I have explained to you about while loop, do while loop, for loop and nested loops. These loops are basically used to execute set of statements in a repeated way. For doing repetition, you require a condition. If this condition is satisfied, these set of instructions, statements will be executed in loop repeatedly till this condition is true. If the condition is false, it comes out. So all the three works in a very similar way, but only thing is the usage of do while, for are different. So in today's class, today's video, we will see all these four that we have seen in the previous videos with programming examples. So therefore you understand this better. So what I have done is, I have used the same program which I have used for switch while explaining switch, branching, decision branching. I have used one switch statement with an example of displaying the numbers in words for the input number which has been given by the user. That same program I am trying to use it for loop, while loop, for all the three examples. For nested, I have taken one very simple example. So how to use this nested loop. Okay, we will see one by one. First we will see while statement. Okay, you can see on the screen. You can see from the screen that I have used one int age as one of the variable. Of course, FD and SD I have already explained to you, right? FD and FD are the first digit and the second digit that I am trying to take, right? Now, I am taking one more variable called as status. You can see from this. This is the status. Status to indicate it is Y. What is the status? Status is used to check whether I would like to continue or not, right? See, for while you require one condition. The condition that I am taking, as long as status is Y. If the status has become anything other than Y, it should stop. It means I will be asking the user whether he would like to continue or not. If he says yes, means continue. No means come out. So therefore, I am doing some set of statements being executed as long as the status is Y. So that's why initially I have taken the value of status as Y. Then I am now using this status itself as a condition. If it is Y, do this. While status equals to Y, please do this. I know that actually status equals to Y, so therefore it will be done. Then you will be doing this line of code till it is there further, already seen by you in the previous example I have showed it to you. Say for example, clear screen, then enter the age, scan the age, FD is equal to age divided by 10, yes, first digit equals to age divided by 10, second digit is equal to age divided by 10, enter the age in words, switch FD. See, first digit if it is 1, 2 means 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like this. This example we have seen in the previous videos already. Similarly for SD. Now, what you have to do is actually, after displaying all these numbers, I am asking, would you like to continue? The user may say, if he is interested to continue for some more times, then he will give some character saying yes or no or anything else. So I expect him to give yes or no. If he says yes, so that will be stored in this status. So get the character. So there is one function called get character. There is a standard function called get character. Other statements are known to you. This is something new. Get character is read the character. It is as good as scan the character. So there is one standard function called getCH. So that is assigned to status. It means now status will have what the user has typed the character, either it is yes or no, y or n. If it is y, I know that actually, see, this is the end of while loop. I will show you again. So this for loop, this while loop, you can see this while loop. I am showing you with a cursor. You can see this cursor does with while loop till this point. So if you are getting, would you like to continue at this point? If E presses N, the while loop comes out. The reason is, in the while loop, I have asked the condition while status equals to y. If he presses N, it indicating that he is not interested, you come out. If it is yes, again it goes back. Where? Till the beginning of this while. So you can see from this, if he presses y, so what is the value of status? Status equals to y, so therefore this gets continued. Clear the screen, please enter the age, read the age. I mean, this program we have already seen. The same program I have copied it here and I am showing it to you. So when we run this program, you will understand this better, right? Okay. So now it is asking, please enter the age. So you give the age as 45, whatever. It will display 45, right? You can see it is now giving 45. Now it is asking, would you like to continue? You are having option to enter yes or no, y or n. If you press y, the loop continues. It goes back to the same while loop beginning. If you press n, you are not interested, you are coming out. So while loop is, now I am putting a condition that as long as status equals to y, it is continued. If it is n, you are coming out. So let us see, I would like to continue, I will press y. So again it goes back. Please enter your age, 78. 78. Would you like to continue? I am continuing y. I have pressed y. So therefore this while loop is done till you get status equals to no. So now would you like to enter? So enter 23 like this, 2, 3, 23. Then would you like to continue? Yes. Give 89. Yes, 89 is done. Would you like to continue? You say n. It comes out. So because at this point of time status has become n, so therefore the statements which are there from this bracket till this bracket will not be executed because status has become n. So therefore I am putting a condition on while that as long as do this till you get status equals to y. So this is how you have to use this. I have carefully chosen the program which I showed it to you in my earlier example and included along with the while loop. Okay. Now we will see how this similar program can be done with a do while statement. Okay. We will see how this can be done. I will show you the program. Right. In the previous video, I told you that do while is something very similar to while, but only thing is in case of while, there is no guarantee that actually at least once it is executed. Say for example, in the previous program, while declaring the variable character status equals to n, instead of y, you take the status as y, n. Then you are giving a while status equals to y. In the first case itself, actually it gets failed. There are many cases wherein the while loop may not execute even once, whereas in do it is not like that. Do at least once it is executed. Once it is executed, then it asks for a condition check. So that is only the difference. Do while execute minimum once, further depends on the condition. Further loop execution depends on the condition. Whereas while there is no guarantee that actually once it is executed. If the condition is not true, then it doesn't execute. Now you can see, so that is why I have not started anything with the status equals to y. In the earlier program, I declared status equals to y. But here I am not doing, because at least once this is executed. So the same program I have just modified, character status, I have not declared initiated anything. Even if you do also, nothing will happen. For your understanding, I have made it as not initiated anything, clear screen like this. The same program, I have not done any modification in the program. But only difference is at the end of this do loop. So this is the beginning of the do loop where I am showing with a cursor. You can see this. This is the beginning of the do loop. So you have end of the do loop. You can see from this. This one. This one is the end of the do loop. This one, this point. All right. Now, till then it is executed once, then further it is divided. Okay. So printf, would you like to continue? Status equal to getChar, the same line of code. Now, I am putting the condition while status equals to while. So this was there earlier. Now it is do while. So therefore this is executed once. Later it checks for the status. All right. Similar program, how it is there with the while this thing. Please enter your age. 56. You get it. Would you like to continue? Yes. You can continue. Keep on doing this. How many times? There is no limit. When you press N, when it is asked for, would you like to continue? Then it comes out. 34. Yes. Now I will press N. Would you like to continue? I will say no. I am not interested. So therefore, when you press N, it comes out. So this is how it is working. All right. We have seen while, do while. We will now see with for loop. For loop, of course, I am now showing only with the one example, but you can do with many examples when you go home and read different textbooks. Plenty of books are available. Even in the internet, lot of programs are available on do while, for loop, nested loop, etc. and all. Please follow those kind of thing and you can directly check in your computer whether this is working or not. In the for loop, I have used the same example, displaying the age in words. I have used the same. But to demonstrate this for loop, I have done a small change. See there in the previous two programs, while and do while programs, it used to do as long as you press Y when it is asked for, would you like to continue? When the computer asks, would you like to continue? If you press yes, keep on doing this as long as you press Y. When you press N, it comes out. Now, I am showing you, demonstrating with the same program done for 5 number of times. 5 number of times. You can just change this number. Now, what all I have done? I will go with the for loop. This is the for loop. This one. Same program. For I equal to 0, now I have taken one more variable called I. I equal to 0, you know that in for loop, this is the initial condition and this is the final condition and this is the execution. I equal to 0, initially I set I equal to 0, I less than 5. It means I equal to 0, I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4. These are the 5 positions of I where it is less than 5. When it reaches 5, it is equal to 5. So therefore, it does 5 number of times. Each time this is a loop. From here in the bottom actually you have this corresponding closed flower bracket. Between this and this, between these two flower brackets, all those things will be executed till this condition is reached. Each time this is executed. Each time once you do the loop, it is incremented by 1. This is done only once. Please understand this. In case of for loop, this is executed only once because it's the initial condition. Initial setting up only once. This is checking each time. Have you reached or not? Then this is done each time. So it means from this flower bracket to close flower bracket, it will be executed till this condition is reached. Each time it is whatever you have mentioned here, that is executed. So each time it is becoming I plus plus. Okay, how does this will be executed? Then I becomes 1. Here, again you are coming back to this for loop. 1 less than 5. Yes, you will be executing this. At the end, I becomes I plus plus. It means I becomes 2. Again you are checking is 2 is less than 5. Yes. Then you will be executing all those things. At the end, I becomes I plus plus. It means it becomes 3. Execution. I becomes 4. Execution. I becomes 5 because 5 less than 5 false. It comes out of this for loop. As long as this condition is true, this will be executed. Same line of code, I have not changed the code. You will be understanding this. Okay, you can see from this. This is what I am now showing with the pointer. This is the beginning of the for loop, right? And similarly, this is the end of the for loop. You can see this one. This one is the end of the for loop. So each time condition is checked and I plus plus is done. Right? We will see how this program behaves. You know that this should be executing 5 number of times. Please enter your age. 45. Okay, 45. Please enter your age. So once it is done, 23. 23. Please enter your age. 45. Okay. 3 times it is done now. 78. 4 times done. 56. Now, since it has done 5 number of times, it comes out. You can see when I press any button, it comes out. Because I asked this machine to do this loop for 5 number of times. It has done and it has come out. Right? So, the difference between the for loop and the while loop is actually you will be having some condition, but you have initial setup and execution for each time is not there in do while. So you can as well include over here. So I have given these kind of examples in the previous videos that actually a for loop can be there without initial condition, without final condition, even without execution statements also. But for the sake of understanding, you can take this example and ensure that actually for loop is understood by you. As I told you in the previous class, previous video, you will be using these if statements, if, else, if, etc. and all, and for loop most extensively in any of the programs. So therefore, you should be familiar with this. Similarly, we have one more kind of loop that I showed it you in the previous board, in the previous video, that you will be having nested loop. I have taken a different example, so therefore you can understand this better. In the single board, in the single window itself, you will be able to see this. Now, I am trying to print first number 1, in the next line number 1, 2, next 1, 2, 3, in the next line 1, 2, 3, 4, in the next line 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this I would like to print. First line 1, next line 1, 2, next 1, 2, 3, next 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, something like this actually. So I have done this by using two loops. I have done one program with two loops. That's why it's called a nested loop. I have here one for statement. Well within this for loop, you have another for loop. So that's why it's called nested loop, right? How does this program behaves? So I have initiated two variables called I and j. Now for I equals to 1, so therefore I have set I equals to 1. I less than or equals to 5. It means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times I am expecting this to be executed. While writing the program, be careful. In the previous example, we started with I equal to 0 and I have given I less than 5. Here in this case, I started with 1 and I made less than or equals to 5. So they are same. Starting with 1 and going till 5, less than or equals to 5, it is 5 times you are going. Starting with 0, less than 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there also it is 5. So therefore you should be very, very careful while using these numbers. So therefore I am expecting this loop from this flower bracket to this flower bracket being executed 5 number of times. First time you come here, what is that I am doing? I am printing 1, go to next line, print 1, next line, okay. Now I am putting one more condition, one more for loop for j equals to 1. So j is initiated with 1, j less than or equals to I. First attempt I equals to 1. So therefore j less than or equals to 1. Yes, true. 1 less than or equals to 1. So j plus plus. So therefore printf percentage d the value of j. So therefore 1 is printed. I am printing the value of j. Again I am coming back here. J equals to 1. J has become 2. Because of the virtue of this execution, j has become 2. Is 2 less than or equals to 1? No. It doesn't happen. So therefore I am coming out. When you come out, this is the end of this for loop. I am going back here. The value of I becomes 2. Now value of I becomes 2. I is less than or equals to 5? Yes. 2 is less than or equals to 5. So therefore I am coming back here. So printf, go to the next line. For j equals to 1, j is initiated with 1. J less than or equals to I. What is the value of j? J is 1. I is 2. So 1 less than or equals to 2? Yes. Printf the percentage value of this. So therefore it will be printing the value of j, which is 1. Again I am going back here. J plus plus has been done. So therefore j becomes 2. J less than or equals to I? Yes. 2 less than or equals to 2. So therefore this will be executed. So printf this. J value of this. What is the value of j? So j is 2. So therefore 1, 2 are printed. Next j plus plus it will happen. So now j has become 3. This for loop will not execute because j less than or equals to I. 3 less than or equals to 2? No. So therefore this will not execute. You are coming out. So this is the closing of this for loop. So therefore I am coming back here. I becomes 3. Is 3 is less than or equals to 5? Yes. So I am coming here. Go to the next line. J equals to 1. J less than or equals to I? Yes. Because j is 1. I is 3. So you will be executing this and making this j plus plus. So printf percentage d. So j. So 1 is printed first. Then go back here. So j has become 2. 2 less than or equals to 3? Yes. So print this 2. So therefore 2 is printed. Next I am coming back here. J becomes 3. 3 less than or equals to 3? Yes. So therefore print this. So therefore 3 is printed. So j becomes 4. 4 less than or equals to 3? False. So you are coming out. End of this for loop. Going back here, I again becomes 4. Like this it is getting printed. So this is how you have to use this for loop in a nested way. We will see how this program behaves when you do this. You can see from this result. So first time it prints 1, next time it prints 1, 2, next time it prints 1, 2, 3, next time it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, next time it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can keep changing the numbers, you can add up. Now I have made it as 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Instead of that you can make it to 7 rows, it gets. So you can see I'll just change the number. Only thing is you have to change this number. Instead of this I make 8. Now it is printed 8 number of times. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore whatever the value that you are given, so each time it prints like this. So this is how the nested loop works. So my dear students, when you use the program legitimately and when you do with the exhaustive kind of survey of different usage of for loops, nested for loops, while loops, so you will understand usage of these things. We will see in the next video. I'll be moving on to module 3, wherein which will be understanding about functions and all. Thank you.